This is the 9.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like
Funny.
This is a good
I said poodle. Clap along, everybody. Good morning to you. It's a Monday. We're so glad you're with us this morning. Good morning, friends. Mario Lou, Derek Kevra. They don't speak until I say their names and
This is
address
the
them
rule.
properly.
Can't do it.
I'm Dina Setavanti.
What am I supposed to do now?
Right. It didn't seem like she was going to stop, and I was like, this is going to be a long show if you're not allowed to say anything.
They are allowed. That's a joke for anyone new to the program. Woo! Sometimes we say stuff that sounds silly. Anyway, we're glad you're with us. Everybody good? You guys feeling good after the weekend? Relaxed?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well rested?
I could use one more day. I feel like this is like the Mondayest Monday I've had in a while.
These summer weekends, they go by like that,
Yeah.
don't they?
And you're up real late.
Yeah.
It's light outside and you're doing the most.
It's 9:30. It still feels like it's 7 o'clock. You're like, I got 2 more hours before I got to go to bed. Before you know it, it's Monday.
Puppy situation in my house, which is you add a puppy into an already chaotic household, and it's.
I'm not convinced I like this bun either.
Oh,
No, it's gorge.
I like it. Keep
It's
it.
really tall. I mean, I'm like 7 feet tall now.
Yeah.
We'll see. If you see me in another clip with my hair down.
It's like a second head.
It is.
We should put some eyes on there.
It's like one more top. It's a snowman.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sold. We'll see.
We're just getting used to our appearance this morning.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting used to how things look, let's take a look inside. We're getting an inside look at the fully restored Michigan Central Station. Finally today we can show you these pictures. Look at this beautiful view.
Oh my gosh.
This has been 6 years in the making.
This is the first time we've been able to show this video, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Ford bought the building in 2018 to serve it as its center for mobility, they call it. The public will get its first look after an outdoor concert, which is Thursday. We're not allowed to say who the concert is yet, guys, so don't say anything about that, please.
Nothing.
The concert is sold out. It will be streaming live. You're going to want to stream this concert. We can tell you that. Ford will offer more opportunities to tour this train station throughout the summer. You can see a complete photo gallery of the renovations on our website. Go check it out, fox2detroit.com. But it is beautiful. It still feels very historic. You know, this building has been around for decades, of course. But everything's all shiny and new and yet old.
What's old is new again.
Yes.
Like they kept the original feel of the building, it looks like.
Well, and some of the stuff they 3D printed to make it look like it did back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all
Pretty
this
amazing.
cool stuff. They put so much time, effort, and money into making this look as good as it does.
And that building has always been, it was such an eyesore, but yet you saw the beautiful bones.
Yeah.
You knew it could be something, it was something great, and then left it just to sort of rot away there in such a premium location. So it's a big deal. So we'll be covering that as we start to take you inside in this concert. It's very exciting.
This concert, I mean, it's incredible. And the idea, but it's like you buy the ticket or you get the ticket, right? Because you just sign up for the
You
lotto.
didn't know who it was going to be? You still
No
don't?
idea.
Yeah, this is very difficult for me. We should move along because it's like when someone says, don't think about a pink elephant, you know? And you're just like,
Derek told us last week that he was taking a trip in his plug-in car.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I have an EV.
Okay.
I've never done a long road trip with the EV.
Okay.
Anytime we've gone up north, we just take the gas car. It's easier.
Yeah.
This particular trip, I needed to go to Chicago, and it was just me, no kids, no anybody. So I thought to myself, let's try a little EV road trip.
Okay. Can't be too hard.
Yeah, because I'm a big proponent.
How many miles is it to Chicago?
I think it was like 400 something. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a big EV guy. I talk them up all the time.
Yeah, you do.
I will tell you, this road trip with an EV, did not love it.
Why?
I did not enjoy it. Obviously, the driving experience is fine, but the stopping to charge, I got to tell you, I liked it way less than I thought I would. I didn't think I was going to love it, but I thought it was going to be fine. It was a deterrent. It was a legit deterrent. And not to mention, there is a level of range anxiety, is what they call it, when do I have enough battery? Do I have enough?
Happens to everybody, Derek.
Yeah, it plots. It tells you will arrive at that charging station with 7%. And you're like, what? And then you see it go down to 6%. And you're like,
just sweating.
am I going to make it? And so the entire experience, I got to tell you, as much I still love the EV driving experience, I don't like it for a long road trip.
So would it have been better had there been more opportunities to plug in?
No, I think, and I know everybody's working on this fast charging and super fast charging. It was at the end of the trip, you're staring down a 5-hour drive. Yeah. You want to get home and get in your house. And then you got to stop and charge for 30, 40 minutes. And that part of it I didn't love. Now I was talking to a friend who has an EV too, and he said, if you had the kids, it would have been better because you have to stop with them anyway. You might as well utilize that time. Yeah. But when it was just me, I could have gone the entire way.
You want to get on the road and go.
That's a good point.
So that was my experience.
Another interesting point, though, it wasn't that you felt like there weren't enough charging stations or that you didn't pass enough.
Correct.
Which is something, because a lot of people, I think, do hesitate because they think, well, I don't want to be in a situation where I am on the road and then I can't charge anywhere and then now I'm on the side of the road.
That was not my fear at all.
It was just that you wanted to get home.
Yeah.
It took a little minute.
I could have gotten home. I could have gotten home at 9:30. Instead, I got home at 10:10. You know what I mean?
It's a very lucky time.
And at the time, you said, oh, I'll just stop. I'll pull over. I'll look at some Netflix. I'll kill a half hour. No problem.
Yeah.
Right. When you're doing it, you're like, I could be another 30 miles down the road.
Yeah.
So anyway, just my experience. It doesn't change my love of the EV. I still think it's a great, back and forth to work thing.
It just indicates how we have to change our mindset a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Some good news, perhaps, for a majority of Americans. Restaurants are increasingly getting rid of QR codes to access their menus through your smartphone. That bothers most of you guys, apparently.
Hate it.
Yeah, enough customers, really. Well, listen, lots of customers have complained about scanning the black and white squares to get their food choices. That restaurants are going back to paper menus now because they're just tired of all the complaints. Some are skipping the QR codes altogether. Others are using a combination of both. Now, one of the big reasons for going back to paper, customers are spending less because they don't scroll through the whole menu.
Yeah.
You don't get I'm not pulling it out again for dessert. I don't feel like doing that when they're using their smartphones. The Seattle-based restaurant group says that it saw a 15% drop in customers when they were spending their money compared to when they looked over the paper menu. Unless it was the Cheesecake Factory, because we also get menu fatigue with the Cheesecake Factory.
So
that
big.
52
Page 32.
What page are the pastas on? 97. By the way, we'll chat about it, but we do have a little poll. We want to know what you think about these QR codes. Do you like them? Which type of menu do you prefer? Paper menu or the QR code? Take your phone.
I mean, the answer is pretty obvious.
Do you hate QR codes? Scan this one real quick and vote.
Right. Exactly.
Well, you're not at a restaurant where you're socializing. Oh, should I have this or this? And then everyone has to, get out their phones and
I'm with the minority on this one. I like the QR codes. Now, is this because it's specific to restaurants? I don't necessarily love it at restaurants. I just think this QR code is just the way to go for all things. Look, even like how we do our news poll. I think that's a very cool feature to add. I think.
This is great.
Okay, so this is not all QR codes. This is just restaurants.
Yeah, and Dina mentioned it. Like first off, you get a big menu, that's great. You get to hold it like this and you go, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You got to do it on your phone. First, you're scanning it works fine, and then you're zooming in.
That's true.
And you're like, and someone's like trying to talk to you, and you're like, hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
Nobody likes them. Nobody likes them.
Nobody likes them.
Well, maybe you guys are getting me over to your side. I do hate that.
Because you want to be like, oh, I was thinking about getting this. What do you think?
You're right.
Yeah. Look at that.
Now, what if
it's like a social thing instead of me being like, oh.
What if they upgraded it so the QR menu experience had pictures of everything?
No.
On an iPad?
Still no.
Like on a bigger tablet?
Those iPads are kind of cool. So are you okay with that? iPad menu?
Yeah.
That too, though.
It's quite the investment.
The idea of going out.
Every table.
I used to say to my kids, we go out. The idea is because we're trying to have some.
We're all just getting ourselves together today.
We're trying to.
Keeping that tight shot, aren't they?
We're trying to have some interaction. The idea when we go out to dinner, it's not for you guys to look at your phones and be mad at us. The idea is we're supposed to be communicating with each other. If not, we'll stay home. And we won't talk to each other.
And they're probably to that, we're like, okay. Fine with us, either way.
I will give the restaurants, though, that if they change their menu a lot, the QR code menu is nice.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to reprint everything, re-laminate
Just print
it.
it on a piece of paper.
Well, some of these are bigger.
I don't love a piece of paper menu. I really judge those restaurants.
Here's my question, and then we'll move on. Why is there one drink menu? Like every restaurant I go to, they're like, do you know what you want to drink? Meanwhile, there's one of those, either the little drink book, whatever, or the specialty drink menu. Just one per table. Real stingy.
That's true. That is
stingy
true.
with it.
Yeah, the drinks and dessert are all on that.
One person's flipping through it, and they're like, I'm gonna go. You know, I'll do the mojito. I'll do the mojito. And then the next person is like, your turn. Gotta flip through.
All right, here's a question.
That's true.
Do you love the unexpected phone call, or do you find a cell phone call without the warning text to be quite rude? Wall Street Journal saying, phone call etiquette has never been more complicated. If you look at stats, it looks like those who are ages 18 to 34 prefer a warning text.
Yeah.
On the other side of this debate, people say, why do I have to spend all this time? I'm texting you, waiting for you to say, yeah, it's okay to call me, when I could have just called you and made the 2-minute phone call and we'd be done.
I mean, I definitely see both sides of this. I get the warning text. I do the warning text. That's normal. But this makes it seem like you're not allowed to call, or like people are upset. I'm not upset. I just probably won't answer if I wasn't expecting your call. And then I might text you, hey, what's going on? And then
But why can't we just answer the phone?
I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. I don't want to answer the phone.
I'm back in.
Why are you calling?
I'm back in on the phone call.
Yeah.
Call me.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was like, don't call me. Text me. I'm right back in on the phone call. It's more efficient. Because a lot of times you waste so much time with these text messages. Hey, you around?
Hey,
hey,
what's going on? Is it important? No, it's not that important. Just want to check. Like, just call.
Yeah. No, you're right.
20 seconds later, we're off the phone and I'm on with my day.
Right.
So
doesn't have to be a lengthy phone call.
Just make the phone call. Just do it. You don't need to text me ahead of time. Can I call you? Just call me. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Let's talk about this weekend, because we kicked it off in style. So the eyes of the racing world fixed on Detroit for the weekend for the 2024 Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix. The race's big winner, Scott Dixon. Take a look.
Right here in the Motor City, Scott Dixon and Chip Ganassi Racing win. They spoil the GM party.
There he goes. If that name sounds familiar, it's because this isn't his first big win in the Motor City. It's his fourth on this track, but that's a record. Dixon credits part of his win with a decision to stay on the rough road through the rain. Many others made pit stops to change out the rain tires.
Tough.
There you go. Now, one of the races that you perhaps didn't see in the coverage of the Detroit Grand Prix was Ryan driving us down to our live location Friday morning. Take a look at this conversation.
Now, you ladies be honest here, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, this is enough of this bag on Ryan Day.
Yeah.
How was my driving?
Terrible. Oh, not
That's
good.
the wrong question
Yeah,
to
don't ask that.
Really?
People behind the cameras right now, for you guys at home, are giving you a thumbs down.
What was wrong with
The
my
most
driving?
agreeable people are frowning right now at the thought of your driving.
It was a little zigzaggy and stop and start. I couldn't read my notes. I was starting to get. This is Erica's first Grand Prix, I believe.
Thank you. Welcome to the
So there you go.
Yeah.
You get an idea of, and we don't want to complain, and Ryan's not here to defend himself.
Yeah,
It's
it was
perfect time
real
to
bad.
complain.
Yeah,
Pile on.
I mean, we survived it, but even on the way back, there was someone riding with us, holding on to that. What's the purpose of that thing?
Oh, that safety strap?
Yeah,
It's
it's got
like-
a slang name, which we can't say.
Oh, well, you had to tell me in the commercial
All right.
break, but it's like you would think there was an ejection button on it. It was rough. You screamed at one point, I feel, on the way back.
There's no screaming.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Who was sitting shotgun?
Al.
Oh, okay. I was
We were in the
picturing
back.
the person sitting shotgun going like that, like grabbing onto things.
That was happening.
Break.
That was
I know to break.
It is, especially during rush hour, driving downtown is not easy. I mean, you got to be kind of switching lanes and being ready to stop on a dime.
Well, he did all those things.
Couldn't
And
even
we
read
had
your
a good
notes.
time down there. It was fun being on the road.
Weather was absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Right in the waterfront.
Just hanging out.